the next day.
And the FBI still here investigating this robbery on Madison at Fifth Third Bank. And within the past 30 minutes or so, we have confirmed that a security guard who works at the bank was shot in this incident. Now, police say as the suspect was leaving the bank, that security guard, who we're told is 59 years old, confronted him. The suspect opened fire.
Quote from him. Daniel Burnham is known for saying this: "Make no little." 0.75 million people currently call Chicago home, roughly 10 million in the area, and we're the third largest city in the United States. Up at the left, you might recognize a peacock at the base of a spire. After that, though, buy a ticket for July, come back, and enjoy it normally. The Riverwalk. There's a reason it's the highest approval rating for a public project. It's operate more or less in the same way. Two lanes that open in the middle. And this Lake Street Bridge in front of us has always been a favorite of mine. Built in 1916, it could then and can still today be opened and closed, all in about 4 minutes, all using the power of a motor you might find in a Honda Civic from the late 1980s. Massive engineering feats of their time. Back out onto Wolf Point. As promised, a different doing so. I don't feel this personally. I didn't grow up in the 70s and 80s when it was to the streets though. Why not make it just as beautiful, practical, and useful as from a skyline view? I don't know, we'll see if that trend continues. Look up there, there's nothing there. You looked where you were supposed to. Here to the Riverwalk. And when I ask people who work in office buildings, when do you look up at your along the river? 110 North Wacker for Bank of America. And for me, it's another example of eye-catching riverside engineering sort of being a now obviously a lot's changed since then, but a lot's changed in the last decade. Every blue glass building at Wolf Point that you see right now did not exist a decade ago. Not a single one. So a lot's changed recently. Two, parking lots and rail lines has now become shapes. This is the era of the Great Gatsby, right? Certainly less maybe ritzy today. It's pretty well maintained as an office building though, but I get a lot of questions about the design for those points. I recommend casually slipping that in the conversation and pressing that's not happening after the tour. Staying right now, well, let's talk about Art Deco. We're going to see a lot of this style throughout the tour. Merchandise Mart is from 1930, but maybe back in middle school you learned about Corinthian columns. And by column is 3 parts. There are 6 bays of windows on the right and only 5 on the left, which is strange. Because if you're a human, just checking, you like some school of architecture. This is from George C. Nimitz, but Frank Lloyd Wright made it pretty famous, this idea with his homes. Red brick horizontal line. The idea for the banks, the law firms, insurance companies that often have their offices in there. It is ironically hard to maintain, and most people think it's ugly, so you don't see a whole lot of influence on architecture. It's more well known. It's called fine arts, or beaux-arts in French. Beautiful arts popular all across the country, nonetheless.
Later that same evening.
Here it is. It looks like corporate, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be a lot cooler, but when I was growing up, younger, so it used to be a plant in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
But then they made it into a rainforest cafe,
Yeah.
and then it's out of business.
Yes, that's the last thing you should.
There's like a polar bear preset. To the side by himself.
In that building here,
Oh yeah? And what can you tell me about it?
that was a big distribution centre for what's it called? It was magazines that they sent to your home.
What line did you go on?
Giordano?
Golf course?
Oh, yeah. Store every week. No, each other. You can actually see it straight down onto the street. It was so cool.
Flag. Greek goddess of Sears Towers is
Doors open on the right and the Thompson Center at Clark and Lake.
The next day.